Okay, before we start, let's cleanse the space from all the close-minded people and NPCs. The reality we live in is full of mysteries, and one thing is clear, we don't have all the answers. There's countless possibilities for what this existence could be, and dismissing any of them outright is like willingly putting blinders on. Whether it's the idea of being trapped in a Matrix style AI simulation, existing in reincarnation loop to feed parasitic entities, or something even stranger that we can't yet conceive. The common thread is this: we don't know for sure. And that's the key. We must keep an open mind. Many people cling tightly to belief system because certainty is comforting. It's easier to say this is the way things are than to sit with unsettling truths that we might not ever truly know. But this comfort comes at the cost. When you lock yourself into a single narrative about reality, you close yourself off to growth and exploration. You put yourself in a mental and spiritual box, and that box becomes your prison. Worse still, those who live in the self-made boxes often react aggressively towards anyone who doesn't conform. Why? Because your openness to other possibilities threatens their fragile sense of certainty. They are so attached to their beliefs that they would rather attack someone who thinks differently than consider that their worldview might be incomplete. If we entertain the idea that we in some kind of reincarnation loop or simulation designed to keep us in a state of fear and submission, it starts to make sense why fear is so heavily emphasized in our world. Fear is incredibly powerful energy. It controls, it limits, it paralyzes. Whether it's fear of death, fear of failure, fear of rejection, or even fear of questioning what we've been taught. This emotion keeps us vibrating at a low frequency. If some higher entity or system is benefiting from our fear, then it's no wonder that so many aspects of life seem designed to keep us in a state. Constant stress, endless wars, systematic oppression, media pumping out fear 24/7, it's all part of the loop. The less we question, the more we confirm. And the more energy we provide to whatever is feeding off of us. The first step to breaking out of this loop, whatever it may be, is realizing that we're in one. That means questioning everything, not just the big stuff like religion or politics, but even the everyday assumptions we make about life. Why do we work the way we do? Why do we value what we value? Why do we assume that what we feel in our hearts or minds is always true? Even emotions can be deceptive. Just because something feels true doesn't mean it is. Feelings can be manipulated, whether by external forces or by our subconscious programming. This is why keeping an open mind is critical. When we acknowledge that we can be fooled, we allow ourselves the chance to see beyond the illusion. Expanding consciousness requires stepping outside of the belief systems we were handed and building our own understanding of reality. This doesn't mean adopting every new idea you come across, but it does mean being willing to entertain the possibility that those ideas could hold some truth. It's about staying curious, questioning everything, and refusing to let fear dictate your choices. Growth happens when you embrace the unknown and allow your mind to explore. That's how you raise your frequency, break free from the herd, and start seeing the bigger picture. And maybe, just maybe, that's the key to escaping the loop. Whether it's a matrix, a reincarnation trap, or something entirely different. The real challenge is staying open in a world that wants you to close off. It's easy to fall into the trap of defending every single belief system, especially when others demand that you confirm. But if you give in, you are no different than those who live in fear and attack others for thinking differently. To truly expand, you must stand firm in your openness, even when it makes you a target. Because in the end, the only way out of the loop is to break free from the patterns that keep us trapped. And that starts with rejecting the box. Whatever the nature of this reality is, the only thing's for sure, we won't find answers by doing what everyone else is doing. The only way to grow, to expand, and to evolve is by daring to question everything, even ourselves.